In this book, Namık Kemal is at your age. Do you want to be friends with him? Friends, I am Namık Kemal. I'm a Turkish writer, journalist, statesman and poet. Would you like to know me better? I was born in 1840 in Tekirdağ. My real name is Mehmet Kemal. The name Namık was given to me by the poet Major Eşref Pasha. My father is Mustafa Asım Bey, one of the intellectuals of the time. My childhood was spent with my grandmother and grandfather. They raised me. My grandfather, Abdüllatif Pasha, was the deputy governor. That's why we lived in different cities. I could not continue my education regularly. I took private lessons, I worked hard, I never stopped improving myself. I learned Arabic and Persian languages. We lived in Kars for a year and a half due to my grandfather's duty. While I was here, I took hunting, javelin and horse riding lessons. I was an assertive, excited child who loved these kind of activities. I also had a great interest in writing poetry. My teacher, Vaizade Said Mehmet Efendi, was the first one to give me the pleasure of literature. When I was 18 years old, I returned to Istanbul with my father. I worked as a clerk, that is a master printer, at the Babi Ali translation room for 10 years. During this task, I had the opportunity to meet important thinkers and artists of the period. So I formed my own thoughts. Thanks to the poems I wrote, I became known as a divan poet. I drew a lot of attention because I included different views and ideas from the other poets in my poems. The turning point of my artistic and intellectual life was to know Ibrahim Shinasi, a journalist, writer and poet. We published Tasviri Efkar newspaper together. After a short time, Shinasi had to go to Paris. I continued to publish the newspaper on my own. I started to publish the newspaper, which had been published as news and official announcement, with articles on the issues of the country later on. I attracted attention with the articles in which I expressed my views on issues such as urban planning, opening of public-private tutoring schools, and education for girls. In 1868, I took over the newspaper Hürriyet with Ziya Pasha. I have written many articles in social and political terms. I have also written articles of various types, from social issues to literature, art and culture. For me, theatre was entertainment and the most beneficial form of entertainment. I wrote 6 plays in the theatre genre. The play Homeland or Silistra that I wrote in 1872 was staged at Gedik Pasha Theatre. In this play, which is about a war between the Ottoman Empire and Russia, I explained the love of the country and the sacrifices made for this love. As I explained in my play, it was a great honour for me to carry enough attention to your homeland above your lover no matter what. My game, which raised great interest in Europe, has been translated in 5 languages such as Russian and German. After that, my first novel, Intibah, was published in 1876. My other novel, Cezmi, was published in 1880. Cezmi is the first historical novel of Turkish literature and is about a war with Iranians. Intibah became the first literary novel in Turkish literature. In literary works, facts about life are taught to people. In this book, I explained that people should not take decisions without evaluating the events they encounter. In every situation, we must act by thinking and make our decisions by examining them thoroughly. It is necessary to know the people we trust well. We must be very careful in choosing the people we love. While listening to the voice of our heart, we should listen to the voice of our brain too. When making our choices, we must consider the consequences and always take decisions by thinking. I was known as the poet of the Homeland in Turkish society. I have left a great impact on the Turkish nation with the poems, novels, and theatre plays I have written throughout my life. I made my name known not only to my country, but also to the outside world. I became the person who influenced great names such as Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, Sami Paşazade Sezai, Recaizade Mahmut Ekrem. I played a major role in shaping the thought and idea of the period. Work hard to gain your own values. Believe in yourself. Remember, the important thing is not to be recognized, but to do good and love what you do.